So we're gonna kick this shit off. Okay, so today, guys, on Blunt Talk, you like my blunt? We're gonna be talking about filling your cup and what that means and why it's so important. It's crucial, and a lot of times it's the first step to recovering from mental health. It's the first step to gaining confidence in yourself. You know, it's the first step to really stepping out there and putting yourself out there, maybe not being such a shy person. Hey, thank you for getting in the Discord, broski. Alright, I'm about to get to fucking talking. Now, what filling your cup is, to me, is just in a nutshell, doing things that make you happy. It's a personal thing. It's like having self-confidence, self-this, that. It's not really up to anybody's outside. You know what I'm saying? It's not up to anybody's opinion. It don't matter what other people think. This is all about you, yourself, and that's it. Nobody else's opinion matters. Nobody else gets to, you know what I'm saying, decide what it is to you. You know what I'm saying? It's you doing things to make you happy. Not you getting other people to do things to make you happy. Not you doing things to make other people happy. But you doing things that genuinely make you happy. To me, that is filling your cup. To me, filling your cup is positive affirmation. That's filling your cup. And it's super important, or let me just explain why it was super important to me. When I was depressed, like I said, you know, last week, a lot of times I just felt like I wasn't worth anything. I wasn't worth anybody's time. I just felt like I wasn't worth it. And at the same time, I was looking at everything in the outside world as negative. Like, you know how you can look at the cup half full or half empty? Well, I was always seeing the cup half empty. It don't matter what the situation was. It don't matter what the situation was. If my friends didn't want to hang out with me, they didn't want to hang out with me because I'm a fucking loser and nobody fucking likes me. If they did want to hang out with me, they were only hanging out with me out of fucking sympathy because they felt bad for me because I'm a fucking loser and nobody likes me. So it's like, with that kind of just general outlook on life, you'll never see the positive in anything. You can always take positive out of something, and you can always take negative out of something. And when you're depressed, there's just this perpetual negative cloud over you that is just causing you to see, take, and ingest everything in a negative way. So like, positive affirmation could be the start to you actually looking at things positively. You know, if you tell yourself, you know, 3 things good about yourself every day, you know, when you wake up and brush your teeth, that could be the start to you actually turning around your mentality in the way that you think. Being depressed, you don't want to go out, you don't want to do anything. The things that you love to do, you don't necessarily want to do anymore. Filling your cup is doing those things, whether you want to or not. What do you got to lose? If you on your back looking up, what the fuck do you have to lose? If you like to fucking, I don't know, man, let's just say you like the way it fucking looks outside when the sun comes up and the grass is green and all that shit, get up and take your ass to the park every day. You know what I'm saying? Make it your point to do something positive no matter how you feel about it, because it'll probably start to turn your mentality, whether you like it or not. You know, if you like playing goddamn ping pong, go to the rec and play some fucking ping pong, man. Whether you having fun, whether you feel like it or not, get your ass up and go do it, man. Because that's going to be the start to you turning around the way you feel. And getting into routines like that is going to stop the routine of you just sitting in the dark and moping and shit like that. Make it a point to get up and go out and do things. And let's say you're not depressed. Let's say you just, you know, you want to value yourself more. You want to have more confidence in yourself. You want to make sure that you're doing things like this, telling yourself things like this, going out and doing things that make you happy, because you will feel good about yourself. Same thing about getting dressed. Get dressed. Dress up if you're not feeling too good. If you feel like, man, you feeling like shit, throw on some nice clothes, man, and look in the mirror. You just might, it might change the way you feel about yourself that day. And also, it's balance. Filling up your cup, last but not least to me, is keeping that fucking balance, because being somebody like me, I'm not depressed right now. I'm not going through something, but I'm constantly helping people go through things. You feel me? And that right there, whether you realize it or not, it takes energy from you. It takes away from you. So you have to have that time that you set aside to do something for yourself. The same way you setting out to make everybody else happy, you need to set out to make yourself happy as well. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a position where that you don't want to be in. You're going to end up unhappy for no reason. You have to take time to take care of yourself. Always make sure your cup is full. Always make sure, like, if it's been 7 days, a whole fucking week, and you can think about X, Y, and Z that you've done for X, Y, and Z, but you can't think of one thing that you did for yourself. You can't think of, you going out to eat at the restaurant you want to eat at, or going out to do the activity that you like to do, then, man, you need to stop and you need to fucking do that, because you're going to start getting stressed out, and you're not even going to be stressed out because of anything that's going on in your life. You're going to be stressed out about what's going on in other people's life. So it don't matter whether you're going through something or not. This is something for everybody. You always need to make sure you're keeping your cup full, and it is super important if you want to turn around from depression. It is super important if you want to turn around the way that you feel about yourself. It's super, super important. It is a crucial tool to fucking just to live in life, period, because it's going to always maintain that fucking balance. And those of us who are down bad and don't feel good about ourselves and all of that shit, you really need to take care of yourself. You really need to be out here filling your cup because it's empty. You feel me? So some of us got more work to do than others, And some of us just forget in the midst of trying to help everybody else. Hey, you got to help your fucking self too. I'm going to read some of these comments. My boy Flo, everybody in here talking. How do you survive when you have no friends? All right, check. Let me tell you, Sly, how do you survive when you have no friends? First of all, we're social creatures. Everybody needs a friend. I would suggest that you put yourself out there. There's millions of people out here. There's no reason you shouldn't have any friends. Go kick it at the rec. If you got a rec where you live, that's an awesome place, man. If school ain't it for you, go to the rec on the fucking weekends. They have so many different games and activities and shit like that. Find something you like. Guess what? There are going to be people there. Guess what? You're going to end up talking to those people, and you guys already have one thing in common. It's hard to not make friends. You know what I'm saying? In this world of billions and billions of people, I would say go out and make some friends, man. That's what I would say. Yeah, try to socialize. Right, you are worth it, my dude. We're all worth it, man. We can never, ever, ever, ever forget that shit. But I have literally no one around me. I can't just socialize with random people. Sure you can, bro. You just gotta go places where people are, Go somewhere, man. You gotta get out the house. It won't be so random if you guys are doing an activity together, Because I'm not gonna lie, as an adult, it's a lot harder to meet friends because, where the fuck am I gonna meet friends from? The best place you can as an adult is like at work. That's where you meet people that, you end up talking to and all of that shit. But, when you work from home, how the hell do you meet people? How do you make friends? I'm kind of struggling with that now. But, it'd be like that. Alright, guys. So I did my part, man. I talked to you guys about what it is to me and why it's important to me personally that we make sure we keep our cups full. We make sure we keep our cups full. We make sure that we're constantly doing things that make us happy and that we're constantly giving ourselves positive affirmation, because it's super important to mental health, and without it, you can slip into depression. And it's one of the best techniques that I know about to get you the fuck out of it. Like, it personally worked for me. Because in my mind, like, nobody can really tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? It was everything that I was telling myself was controlling everything that was going on. Like, nobody could reaffirm me that I was okay. Nobody could reaffirm me that people gave a fuck. Nobody, like, it was all about I had power over my own mind, like, and that shit will always triumph over what a motherfucker think. The only reason why what a motherfucker think get into your head is because you convinced yourself and start telling yourself that shit. But what are some ways you guys fill your cup? I can tell you right now, ways I fill mine is by writing music, by coming and kicking it and streaming with you guys. Also just being with my family. Like, being with my family is a big way that I fill my cup, because they gonna always deem me as worthy, and I don't know, I just go hard for my family. Like, I can't convince myself that I don't go hard for my family. So when I'm surrounded by them and they love and shit, like, that's me filling my cup right there. Also, I like to bowl. If I'm stressed out and I need to think, clear my mind, some shit like that. Some people go golfing, I go bowling. I got a couple of balls. I almost bowled a perfect 300 one of the last times I went. But that's what the fuck I do. Talking to people, going on vacation and playing basketball. Okay, Jonathan. Flo, mine is probably going out, like, trampoline parks, movie theaters, if possible, listening to music. Yes, music. Music is it for me. But yeah, music is dope. And one thing I gotta do personally, like, if I'm depressed, I can't listen to depressing music. Like, I know most people do, they love it. Oh my God, they relate and all. But for me, it just makes everything worse. I'm super emotional when it comes to music. Like, me and music, we really tied in. The music I listen to really affects me. So, I try not to listen to, anything too negative when I'm already in that kind of mind state. Who else gonna tell us though? Somebody else let us know, man. Let us know. Thank you guys for coming through and making this second episode fucking possible and worthy. I hope everybody took something from it. Please be on the lookout, because these clips are gonna be posted on my YouTube. So, Invictus, why don't you go ahead and let us know what you do to fill your cup? What are some of the things you like to do to make sure your cup is full? It's okay, I totally understand, LOL. I've actually been filling my cup now, spending time with my brother and sister. Yay! But I love creating things like candles and paintings, because that's what fills my cup, LOL. And my mom says hi. Hi, Mrs. Alvinick. But yeah, Invictus, she does. She really likes to paint. Like, if she's going through a really stressful time and she's really trying to relax, get her zen together, she'll whip herself up some jasmine tea and get out a canvas, man, and some paintbrushes with no goal in mind, just to start putting some paint on that motherfucker, and she gets her paint on, Definitely helps her fill her motherfucking cup. She loves spending time with her family too. She loves her brother and sister so fucking much. So, and once again, I really want to stress it, because it's something that everybody should fucking do. And some people do it automatically. People feel themselves. People are confident in themselves. People gas themselves up. Whatever you want to call it. Like, yo, you should be doing that. If you're not, it's something you should be fucking doing. Like, if anybody should appreciate you, you should fucking appreciate you. So, make sure you keep that fucking cup full. You got to make yourself happy.